So what do you think? Okay, we'll go 0 to 100. We don't need to see behind the kicker, right? And how high should we go? All right, we'll see if it goes higher than 60. Do you guys understand what these things mean? The X, minimum and maximum, that's just the window range left to right on your screen. The X scale, that just means how often there's a tally. So there's a tally every 1 on this. Y minimum max is how up and down it is. The Y scale is 1, that's for every tick mark. You can make it every 10 if you wanted to. X resolution is just how many pixels there are per whatever. So anyway, let's see what that looks like. Uh-oh. Maybe this isn't a football. This looks pretty drastic. Do I have the same thing you guys do?
Yeah, it says vertically upward, right? So really it'd be like a straight line and back down, right?
No, it's going up and then it comes back down.
Yeah, so like, it's like.
So you're saying that it goes, somebody's like tossing a football straight up and then catching it in the same place.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, let's take a look. Let's hit something called Zoom Fit. So go to Zoom and then pick the one that says Fit. It's like the last one, 0 it is for me.
I'm getting a window out of
Fun. So do you know what it's showing me now?
The down.
Yeah, it's like, look, it almost matches.
too big.
Okay, we want to see this part up here. So I'm going to hit trace really quick and see what's happening, where we are. This is showing that it crosses right about, probably more like 10. Well, heck, let's just hit zoom 6 and see what that does.
Oh, look, I found the peak.
You found the peak? What window do you have?
No, I just pressed I pressed trace and I just went like literally pressed on this until it switched over.
Okay. So this looks like where it's coming down, right? But it needs to be at 0 when it's at 0. Did I forget something? No. So if I plug in 0, I'd get negative 16 times 0 plus 100 times 0, right? Which would give me 0. So it has to start at 0. And then the first after 1, it would be what? 100 minus 16. So it would be 84 feet in the air after 1 second. Maybe this is not a football. This sounds more like a weapon of some sort. Okay, so we're looking way too low. So 0 to, I don't know, 20, let's try this time. And 0 to something much higher, 150.
Move it out of the way. I'm like getting another thing underneath.
Oh, that is so much better. We're getting there.
Does that mean anything right there, that x equals?
That's the change in x.
So I should.
You don't need to worry about that.
Okay.
Okay,
You go back over.
did you guys get the same thing I did?
You go back to those numbers.
Yeah, okay. So back in my window, I went 0 to 20 this time, and then 0 to 150. So I had to go way up, yep.
When I went back to retype in my numbers, it brought me like Tmin and Tmax, so obviously when I typed
Oh,
in,
that's so much
like
better.
the T from
Go to, really quick, nobody else do this. Nobody else do this, okay? Just Caitlin. Okay, hit program. Not program, hit mode. Where's mode? Mode right there. Does yours look like mine? Does it say normal?
yeah,
All the things on the left are highlighted for you?
except function. Wait, no, that's not, it's not.
Which one is not?
Function and real.
Yep, pick function and real.
Did I
And hit
just
enter on those.
Okay.
You should be matching us now. Okay, so I'm gonna shorten up my window again. What do I need to shorten up?
The Y maximum.
I don't need as much X, right?
Oh, yeah,
What was this, 20? Was that right? Was that 20?
Yeah.
So let's change this to like, I don't know, 8, and then Y, we're gonna go up just a little higher. What, we're at 120 before or something? 150? So now we'll go to like, I don't know, 200, and shorten it up to like 8 or 10 or something like that. Much prettier. I can deal with that. So it does actually end up a little bit of distance away. You do throw it up vertically, or it kicks up vertically, but, you know, I don't really know who's kicking a football almost 180 feet in the air. Yeah? Straight up. Okay. All right. So now the question is, yes.
Mine was just showing like a line straight, like from one point to the other.
That sounds like you didn't put a square in there.
Like that.
It needs to be negative 16x squared. All right. So, the next thing you do, look up. So to figure out if it equals something, you would go to y equals. And for the second equation, we're going to type in the number 50. And that's just going to draw a flat line at 50 for us. So this is the answer we want right here. How do you what? Did you go to the y equals and go to the second thing and type in 50?
Yeah.
And then you hit graph?
Y equals 50.
Is the second one on?
How do I find that?
Does it look like this where the equal sign is highlighted?
Oh, I see.
Okay. So now we've got this, and now the way you can calculate where two lines cross is you hit second calc right here, and then you're gonna hit number 5, which is intersection. Okay, so now it's gonna ask you which two curves it is, which is stupid because calculators are stupid. In fact, if you're like, hey, where do these two curves cross? And it's the first thing it's gonna say is this, which two lines? The only two I have in there. That's which ones, calculator. So just hit enter twice. It'll say, is this the first curve? Is this the second? Then it says guess. Why do you think it asks for a guess?
Why not?
Because there are two different spots of intersection. So now you need to walk on the line and get close to that other. Just closer to the left one than the right one. Doesn't have to be perfect. Hit enter. And it'll tell you that the intersection is when x equals 0.55 about and y is 50. So this point is 0.55 comma 50.
How do you turn it on? 'Cause if I click enter on it. Oh, you have to go all the way over there to do it.
No, I don't know why those are messing up like that. And I don't want to have to reset your calculator or you will lose everything.
Because if I click on the 50, I scroll down and I hit enter right there, and then it highlights it.
Good.
But now it won't trace it. Okay.
Okay, we'll have to go back to this in a minute because I got to keep going. Okay. So the answer to this question is 0.55 for A. 0.54 after about half a second, it's already 50 feet above the ground. How long will it take the projectile to return to ground? Where is that answer on my picture? Right here? So how do we do that? How do we find out that one? Do you remember how to do that? Second calc what? Not intersect, because this isn't actually a line, this is just the axis, right? Right, so you're gonna do second calc 0, but we have to get above and below it, so let's change the window to a little bit below it too. So go to y minimum and make it like -20 instead of 0. Are you feeling lost, or are you getting a little bit better at navigating what I'm talking about? When I say window, you're lost? Okay, come help you. So if you hit graph now, comes back down like that. And then you're going to hit second calc and pick 0. And it's that thing where you go a little bit to the left and a little bit to the right and take a guess. So I'm going a little bit to the left. To the right is below it. And enter again.